So what are the top 5 Battlefield Bikini Bottom music tracks? Let's discuss this right now.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Hello there beautiful human, my name is RidersDX and welcome to my channel where today we're going to be taking a trip back to one of my favorite games of all time, and that is Battlefield Bikini Bottom. So today we're going to be talking about my favorite music tracks to come out of the video game, and you might be wondering, Riders, why are we talking about this game now? So I don't usually talk about like older games here unless it's relevant to the news that's going on right now. But this is a very special case because, as you all know, I posted a video sometime last week about me having a secret. And if you're seeing this video right now, that means someone has figured it out. And I'm going to review the secret right now. The secret is that I'm going to be doing a full video review of SpongeBob SquarePants Battlefield Bikini Bottom. And I'm so excited for this. I'm going to try not to spoil my opinion too much, but I guess you all can kind of already tell how the review is going to be, so there's no use hiding it. It's just such an impactful game of my childhood. I'm really looking forward to going in depth about what it is about the game that I really like and what are some of the things I felt like the game could have improved on. So I'm really looking forward to that. Congrats to whoever guessed it. I'm recording this beforehand, so I don't know who guessed it correctly, but the person that did guess it correctly, you get to tell me one video topic you want me to discuss, and it could be absolutely anything in the world. It doesn't even have to be Sonic or SpongeBob related. So I'm looking forward to what you give me, and I'm definitely gonna make that video. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. I really hope it's not something I'm uncomfortable with, but if it is, then I'll find some way to make a video about it, so don't you worry about that. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, since I am making a review on this game, I'm gonna have a few videos to kind of build up the anticipation towards it, where I talk about some specific things within the game before I release the review. So this is the first video leading up to the review, and that is my top 5 music tracks from the game. And music is definitely something that I always care about very deeply in a video game, and SpongeBob SquarePants definitely has some gems in this soundtrack. So I'm going to talk about my top 5 choices, and I might have 1 or 2 more videos after this about the game before the review comes out, so just stay tuned for that. I'm really excited for it. I'm putting a lot of stuff into this review, so I hope that when it does come out, you all take a look at it and you all give me some good feedback on it. I'm just really excited to start doing this on my channel because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and so many of my favorite YouTubers do stuff like this. So I hope that I can do the game justice and also put my own spin on a video game review, because I definitely want to utilize a little bit more of a creative side with me when making these reviews. But I've been rambling long enough. This is it. We're gonna talk about the music tracks. Okay, so coming in at number 5 on my list, the 5th place music track that I love in this game is Downtown Bikini Bottom. So this is a very relaxing track, and it's one of the most faithful tracks in the game. I mean, all the tracks in this game are very faithful to the show, but this one is especially faithful in terms of like the instruments being used in the track and just the overall feel of it. This sounds like a track that could be like in a typical SpongeBob episode. You know, when you had SpongeBob like hanging around his house, or like walking around a neighborhood, or maybe walking towards a Krusty Krab, you know, just that general like laid back Hawaiian vibe that we know SpongeBob very well for. I feel like this is a track that could fit very well into the typical TV show, and yeah, it's just awesome. I feel like this is the most SpongeBob track in the game, and not to say that the other tracks are not as good just because they're not as SpongeBob-y, but this one has the most resemblance to the tracks in the show. And you know, I'm just a sucker for SpongeBob's music, you know? Listening to that music so much as a kid while watching TV. When I played this level for the very first time as a kid, I just felt like, wow, this is really a SpongeBob game. Like, this is so SpongeBob, and I love it. And it's just that nice track that I love to listen to when I'm like studying or like working on a project. It's just so relaxing, and it really eases your mind, and that's just SpongeBob television music in general. So yeah, Downtown Bikini Bottom is a great track. Coming in at number 4 is the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard. So I love this track because it sounds really creepy, and SpongeBob music doesn't typically sound creepy, so I think I was immediately attracted to that because of that. But also, I love the sound. It's kind of got like a very quirky vibe to it, you know, especially that bit of a melody that happens throughout the entire track. It's very pirate-like, it's very Flying Dutchman. It sounds exactly like his character, and that's the best thing about this track, is that it really captures the character of the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman is one of my favorite characters in the television show. He's just such an entertaining antagonist, and I feel like the show does not use him enough, but at the same time I feel like if they used him more, then he would kind of lose his charm. So I'm glad and not glad that the show doesn't utilize him too much. But the Flying Dutchman is truly a scary person, and not only scary but very funny scary as well, like scary in a very threatening but also funny way. We've seen the Flying Dutchman in both kinds of episodes, so this track just has such a quirky feel to it, and you know, when I play it I feel very good, honestly. Plus I've always wanted to be a pirate. Arrgh. Coming in at number 3 is Industrial Park. So this might be a bit of a strange choice for people. Like, I didn't think I was gonna choose a track from a boss level, but this boss has always stuck out to me for some reason, and I'll talk about that more in my actual review. But one of the reasons this boss track has always stood out for me is because of the music. This track really has a really healthy level of intensity, and plus the Patrick boss robot is just so badass, and this music really helps to elevate that mood. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, Squidward is in trouble, SpongeBob is in trouble, is going down. We need to defeat this robot, get rid of it right away. And yeah, this music just perfectly elevates the mood, and it's catchy also, and yeah, there's not much else to say about it. It's just always been one of my favorite tracks in the game. Coming in at number 2, this is a really obvious choice, and I think some people might be surprised that this isn't number 1. But at number 2, it's just the Bikini Bottom Hub World music. So this track, it could definitely fit within a SpongeBob television show, but there's just something about it that just screams Battle for Bikini Bottom, and that's probably because it's the very first track that you hear once you start playing the game. So this music track is so iconic to Battle for Bikini Bottom fans everywhere. It's the first track you hear when you start up the game, and it plays continuously whenever you're in Bikini Bottom and plays in Sand Mountain. It's just really the Battle for Bikini Bottom theme song, in my opinion, and it just wouldn't feel right not having this track on the list. It sounds so SpongeBob-like, but at the same time it has its own spin to it that really helps to define the kind of game that Battle for Bikini Bottom is. And yeah, this track is just so iconic to me, and so catchy, and so lighthearted, and so fun. It really just sounds like the perfect main track that Heavy Iron chose for this game. And yeah, whenever I hear this track, I just get the most nostalgic memories about this game, which I'll definitely talk more about in my review. Bikini Bottom Hub World, it's an insane track. Okay everyone, coming in at number 1, this has always been my favorite track. I mean, deciding the rest of this list was a little bit difficult for me. There were so many tracks I wanted to be in the top 5, but number 1 was always the sliding music. Yes, I love that guitar solo, that quick change in music in every level. When you start sliding, you know that you're in for something that's gonna be really fun and outrageous, and I love the sliding levels in this game. I'm definitely gonna talk about that more in the review. One big reason for that is just the music. The music really elevates the mood, it really elevates the action of these parts of the levels, and it really just elevates the speed that you're going at. And I think one reason I really love this track is just because I love the Sonic series so much, so having that high speed part in Battle for Bikini Bottom just made me feel really good, because I love high-speed portions of video games. I think that comes from my love for Sonic games, so I think that just made me love this track even more. And yeah, I love the guitar solo, I love the upbeat nature of this track, and this is classic. This is just a classic track. But okay everyone, that is my top 5 list. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite tracks from the game are. Let's have a good discussion and kind of just gush about the amazingness that is this soundtrack. And yeah, I guess you can kind of already tell what I'm going to think about the soundtrack with this video. But yeah, So many great tracks in this game. I'm really looking forward to diving in and really thinking about what it is I love so much about this music in the review. So I really hope you do check out the review once it comes up. If you're a non-subscriber, then please subscribe to this channel if you want to see the review, because it's definitely going to be coming in the next couple weeks or so. So look out for that. But yeah, I'll be back next week with another Battlefield Bikini Bottom video, and that might be the last one until the review. It might not be. I'm not really decided yet, so yeah, we'll just have to see. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these, want to see more in the future. Follow me on Twitter at RidersDX, or join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. And yep, this is Riders, and I'm riding out.